everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Media Picker and the CD Collector. If you're new here, I am a part-time eBay Mercari reseller that does specialize in media-related products such as CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes. Also, if you're new here to my other channel, I'm showing off parts of my 5,500 plus CD collection. So I figured I'd do this a little differently. This is going to kind of be a combo video. It's going to be placed on both my channels so the collectors can see the stuff that I'm going to keep or what I actually got, and maybe want to buy something. And then you guys are also going to see what I have that's going to be eventually going in my store. I still haven't decided 100% what I'm keeping. I know a few definite ones, and I'll mention that as I go through in the video. This is all Southern Rock. There's 19 or 20 CDs here. This is all Southern Rock. Little hair metal. I have a guy in one of my Facebook CD collector groups. If you do not know those exist, they do. There's lots of people in there. He puts stuff up for sale every so often. He's actually one of the few I actually trust. And $5 a piece I paid for these. Now I pulled the values, sold comps, and I think one or two that were didn't have a sold comp of what they were going for or what they were listed for in the market on eBay. I'm going to show you screenshots of all that. I'm also just going to briefly just kind of show you the price, just the front and back, and maybe just tell you what the condition of some of these are that I got. Some of these are meant to clean, but most of these are actually pretty spotless. And I'll just kind of show you kind of both sides of things, what I'm keeping and also what I'm going to possibly sell. So go ahead and get started here, share my screen. And first up, we have J. Geils Band Live. Blow Your Face Out. Rhino release, 1993. 17 tracks, so it's a reissue. It was released back in like 76. Overall, it's in pretty clean shape. Some light smudges. As you can see by looking at the value, again, $5 a piece. I paid $5 a piece plus $7 shipping total for all these. So a little over $100. 15, 16, 18, 20 new, 20 like new. It's $15 CD all that. Very good condition. I think that's what I'm keeping. These next four I'm going to show you are going to be ones that will be up for sale. I thought about keeping two of them, the Dave Rue Band stuff, but I decided not to. I listened to some of the music. I'm like, yeah, the vocals aren't the greatest. I'll go ahead and sell them. No reason why I'm going to sell them. I'll show you that in a minute also. Now, these next ones are pretty rare. This is the Henry Paul Band. Henry Paul Band. Never heard of them. There's two releases. For you resellers, this is a record label you kind of want to look out for because a lot of stuff's scarcely released and can have some really good value. These two CDs are proof of that. So first up, we have Grey Ghost. Let me grab Grey Ghost. Again, $5, 1875 used. 20, 21.95 like new. I believe condition actually is like new. This is pretty, a couple scratches on it. I can clean that. I can make it like new. No, I can't. It's dent in the book, but anyway. This will be up for sale in my store, probably around $20 or so. I usually price them a little higher than I'll have to check market also. And in fact, let's do that real quick on this one. So we look at $20 sold. Let's see what the current market's listed at. 18 free delivery, 14 plus ship. Yeah, I'll probably put mine up for $19.99, $19.98, somewhere in there. Take offers. I run sales all the time also, so I always price myself a little higher because when the sale comes in, it comes in a little bit lower. So on and so forth. So another good one there. Here's another one. Feel the Heat, also by the Henry Paul Band. And as you can see by the sold comps, $21.99 free delivery, $21.95 plus ship, $23.53. Again, these have all been within the last 90 days of the recording of this video. This one actually I think is pretty clean. Nope, a couple lights marks on it. I can clean it. Again, very good condition. This will be up for sale in the store again. Probably $24.98 is probably what I'll shoot for. Let's check current market just for shits and giggles here. 20. Yeah, probably throw it up for $24.98. I run sales, take offers, maybe price sell for $20, $18, somewhere in there. Okay, the Dave Rude band ones do not have any sold comps. However, these are also autographed, so that does help also. Dave Rude, I did a little research on it. He is a current member of the band Tesla, which is a hard rock, hair metal band, which I do have most of their stuff in my collection. The reason why I bought them. Plus, I thought these actually might have some value too. And if they once they find the right bar, I think they will. So we've got Carry Me Home, and this is autographed, as you can see here on the front of the booklet. Again, $5 a piece. No sold comps on this, though. I did not check Terapeak and go back 3 years to see. There may or may not be. 25, 33, 50, 65 is outrageous. I know exactly who that seller is, too, without even looking at it. Anyway, that social dropshipper. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I've mentioned the name. Anyway, again, I'll probably throw it up for $30, $29.98 plus ship. Again, I do take I take offers, I run sales, so somewhere in that range. And then we've got another one by Dave Rude Band. This one it's self-titled, so I actually had to just pull all of them. Again, this is signed by the band. I believe this is pretty spotless. Dave Rude is the vocalist. You can check him out on YouTube and listen to a song or two. So this one, actually, the only one listed on eBay, it pulls Dave Matthews. Here, $40, brand new, free delivery. Mine's autographed, mine's used, mine's in like new condition. There's no scratches or anything on the disc. This is clean artworks, clean, no dents. I'll replace the case to get the scratches off that. And this will be listed as like new, autographed. Probably throw it up $34.95. Take offers, obviously. Next one is another more Southern rock. This one I am keeping for myself. Allman Betts Band, Down to the River. I can't think of his name. This is Greg Allman's son, Devin. That's it. Devin Allman. Good Lord. Brain lapse. And Diggy Betts' son, Dwayne Betts. And if you're familiar with those guys, Greg Allman and Diggy Betts, they were Allman Brothers, which is one of my favorite Southern rock bands. I have a lot of their stuff you'll see down the line in my collection. Again, value on this, not bad. $11.45 ship, 20 brand new. Keeping it so it's not being sold. Next one's a hard to find one again. I have $5. I couldn't pass this up. This is one I do not have in my collection. Great White, Once Bitten, Twice Live. Very good condition. Actually, it's not in the greatest condition. Booklet's got a dent, back of artwork's water damage, so this wouldn't be a great one to probably sell anyway. I forget what the disc is in shape. Disc is light scratches on it. I can clean it up. But again, look at this one. 5 sold in the last 90 days, 17, 25, 29, 29, 50 new. Current market did not look out. Let's take a peek. I have it up here. Yeah, look at the current market. It's even higher. 33, 39, 32. Not that these will sell for that, but this is a rare one. If you come across this, if you're going to sell, definitely go in and pick up. You can get cheap even for $5. If it sells for 30, it's still good profit margin. Next up, waiting on my computer sometime today, please. These ones, I think I was planning on selling these. Got some Blackfoot, again, some Southern rock. Siogo. These are obviously reissues on CDs. 2002 release, originally released in 83. As you can see by the sold comps, 4 in the last 90 days, 14.24 free delivery, 14.50. So that's $10. It's not hugely valued here. I might laugh this up the other one, depending on how much that one is for again. Current market, $15.25 used. So if I list it on my own, I'll probably throw it up $14.98, be the cheapest current one listed, and still maybe be ahead of what it would sell for based on past holds. So there's that. Next one is Highway Song Live. Again, waiting on my computer. This is not one I would have auctioned off like that first one says for $7.99. That it's something you wouldn't want to auction off. It doesn't have a huge high demand necessarily. 1802 brand new reissue. the rock candy reissues, rock candy reissue, rock candy reissue. So really, this version has not sold outside the one for $70.99, which I would not do an auction for. Let's see where current market is. 10 free delivery with no artwork. No. 1802 free delivery. Yeah, I might throw this one and the other one together probably. This should sell pretty quick. This disc is spotless, which is nice. One dent in the booklet, nothing major. Probably throw both of them together probably for 20, maybe 21.98. Again, I run sales, take offers. Next one that I actually am keeping, Doobie Brothers Live at Wolf Trap. Again, this is just some classic rock here. Soul Comp, it's not worth a whole lot anyway. I bought this obviously for my collection. $10 free delivery, $7, $13.46 for there. I mean, it does go for a little bit. $5, so I'm not really making any money out of it. $1, pick it up for the buck. Pick up for a resale. This is pretty clean. I don't really see any damage. One dent in the artwork again. The booklet. It's like almost the same spot on all these. The rest of it's clean though. Again, let's go into my collection. This one came damaged. He packed it, but he didn't pack it tight. So he has some bubble wrap and some air packets and stuff in there. But this one's kind of suffered some damage, which is okay. The artwork's a little damaged, but the discs are fine. And it's what I'm keeping anyway. It's Fall Cat Decades Live. So it's a 2-disc set, live from Bakersfield, California. 96 seems to be most of it. And then a song or two from 99, another one from 96 in Portland. I'm not going to open this. You can kind of see where the damage happened. I mean, the artwork's a little crinkled on the corners. It's actually kind of torn here on the side. This is not what I would sell. If it did sell, I'd sell it in probably good or acceptable condition just based on the artwork alone. But the discs are clean. Again, one I'm keeping, so not to worry about as far as selling that. But again, it's got a little value. If you can pick it up for $1 or $2, I would definitely pick it up if you're going to resell it. $10.99, $14, $15, $19. I mean, there's some value there. This one here, I am selling. I've mentioned in another video, probably a couple of videos in the past, honestly. Keep an eye out for Pat Travers stuff. Pat Travers definitely does have some value. New and or used CDs. This one is no exception. So this is Anthology Volume 1. Okay, in the last 90 days of the recording of this video, only one is sold. $10 free delivery. However, I'm going to polish this one up a little bit too. When you look at the current market, there are one listed. So if I go and we're going to skim through here. Pat Travers Anthology. It says 0 results. There actually is one in here, though. I skimmed through it. Pat Travers actually has a lot of stuff. $85.49. Again, I know who the seller is selling this. I'm not going to price it near that. Do I want to take a shot and maybe throw it up for... Hold on. Is this setting right? Give me 1 second. I want to look at something. I'm going to change... just going to do this and see if it pops anything different. It pops up volume 2. Okay, doesn't really change anything. Anyway, there's only one listed that I could see for $85.49. Obviously, sold comps are going to be much lower than that. Will I throw it up for maybe $20 or $30? $40? Yeah, why not? I'm half the price of the one that's listed. I actually have actual photos, not a stock photo of a UCD, so better shot selling it. But that won't be for sale in the store. This one I'm still debating if I'm keeping or selling. This is Time Warp, the very best of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils against this more Southern Rock. I don't think I have anything from them, but I think if I want something from them, this is probably the only thing I'm really going to need. Not what I'm going to try and collect the full catalog of. Not to mention I'm running way out of space off camera. If you will not believe what I have piled for CDs and personal collections, stuff that needs to be filed. Anyway, just wish there was more time to do it. Again, if you're buying this cheap, the resell, again, I would definitely pay $1 or $2 on some of this. It's $12.50 free delivery, $12.99 free delivery, $13.56, $14, $10 plus ship, $11. you know, it's an $8 to $10 CD, generally speaking. Current market sells through really good, also, which a lot of CDs don't. But current market actually shows is actually pretty and better at $10 or so. But there's only, if you look at this sell-through rate for you sellers out there, there's only 8 listed, and not all of them is the same one. And then I hate how this thing jumps when it's on camera. And then when you look at sold comps, when this, what the? This thing is so stupid. Come on, go away. I'm trying to go back to the sold comp, but the screen decides to jump on me. Let's go back US only. Not authorized seller, not free worship. See, this thing is... Anyway, there were more... I'm done messing with this. There were more sold than listed. So it's got over 100% sell-through rate. And this next one, more than likely, I am going to sell this. Waiting on my screen to catch up. Here we go. This is Outlaws Legacy Live. Again, live, Southern Hard Rock. 2016 SPV release Digipack. Again, paid $5, $21.59 free delivery, $30 free delivery brand new. It's probably a $15, $20 CD, give or take. If I look at current market, $15 used, $29 brand new. Yeah, it's $15 CD. So I probably won't sell it. I haven't decided on keeping it. I do actually have a decent amount from the Outlaws. They're actually still touring if you actually want to check them out. Okay, so now this is actually a hard to find CD. I am keeping this. This is going in my personal collection. I love Allman Brothers. I love Greg Allman. This one has 7 sold in the last 90 days. This one is staying in my collection. 2-disc live, or not live, just 2-disc, like greatest hits anthology. I even checked condition. I just couldn't believe it. He had this for $5. 17, 20. Usually it's 15, 20 on eBay all day. 25. Yeah, because I've been trying to find a good deal on this at one point to add to the collection, but I couldn't find a good price. Well, obviously I found it through my Facebook group. 30, 35, and these are used. Definitely a good one to find if you're looking to resell, but that's going in my collection. 5 or 6 more to show you. Still going through these. 6 more. This one is going to be up for sale in the store down the line. 38 special, again, more Southern Rock. Live at Sturgis. I already have this in my collection. 1999 release. It's actually in really good shape if I recall. Couple light smudges. Again, nothing major. Looking at sold, there's only 3 in the last 90 days, but $10. 19 free delivery, 25 pre-owned. That's the CD DVD. This is just the CD only. So it's $12, $13 CD. We can look at current market right now just to get an idea. 16 listed. Yeah, it's at least $10. 15 to free delivery. I'll probably throw mine up around this range, $11.98, $12.98 range. I do run sales again, so that would be discounted a little bit. Maybe interested in checking it out. Again, these will be in my store. I'm not sure when they'll be in my store. While it should be in my store by the time you see this video, I do record this stuff in advance, so these should probably be out there by the time you see this. Links are below for both my channels. This one actually is also going to be for sale. I already have this in the collection. I just clicked off it. Hold on. Here we go. 38 Special Drivetrain. 2004 Sanctuary Records lease. I think the reason why this is held so much value over the years is just because they didn't release a lot, didn't sell a lot back then. believe this is actually pretty clean too. Booklet's got a pretty good sized tab dent on it, but other than that, I wish people would actually know how to put stuff in the freaking, put them away in cases. Yeah, you can see the broken tab dent. Actually, it's kind of hard to see on camera. There's a broken tab dent like right here. Yeah, pretty good sized dent. But other than that, couple wrinkles here in the artwork. It's still in really good shape. The disc is pretty clean. Just have to polish it a little bit. $12 on auction. Again, it's not when I would auction off. $24.50 free delivery. So basically, essentially a $20 CD. We'll hire $28.95 plus ship. $35. As you can see, this does have some good value. Again, if you can pick it up for even $5, it's got good value. This will go in my store. And as you see, the reason why I probably bought a lot of this stuff, one, I'm actually going to turn a profit on this, considering, and I wanted to cover my expenses for what I bought for the personal collection. So kind of offset everything. And actually, I'll turn out making a profit, it looks like, based on the ones I'm going to sell. To cover it more than everything else and even a little more on top. This one I am keeping. There are no solds in the 90 days. I'll show you the screenshot anyway. Anvil, just a great Canadian heavy metal band. There was a documentary put out on them, I think probably about 15 years ago or so. 2008, maybe 17 years. I forget what it's called, but it's actually a really good documentary if you want to check it out. Because these guys actually did not get any traction, really. I mean, they've been releasing stuff since I think the 70s. They didn't get any traction until like late in their career. It's because he was still working full-time job and actually still touring and stuff. And finally, they made it later on in the 2000s. They actually got a little traction enough to where he can actually like just do the band full-time. But anyway, the only one wants one new, $7.99. So anyway, this is a good one to have in the collection. I'm missing a few. Oh, actually quite a few. They actually have a lot of releases. But one I was missing, so I figured I'd pick it up. Another one that is going to be for sale. This is the last one of the I have 3 left. They're going to be for sale in my store. So you like 38 special. I'm going to have 3 CDs coming up there at some point in the near future. Anthology. This is a great collection, 2-disc set. Covers pretty much their entire catalog up to this point. 2001. And as you can see, how many sold? 17. These first 3 are not, so really probably 14. Couple mixes. Yeah, there's one there. But look at the prices on this. A pretty good range. As low as $10. 17 free delivery again. Bid $17.98, $13.50, $12.99. This is $10 to $15 right here. So again, at $5, I'm not making a lot, but I am making a little profit off it. But at $1 or $2, if you find it someplace at a thrift store or something, it's worth picking up for that. These last 2 are ones I did not have in my collection. This first one here, the only version I had was just the CD version. So when I actually was able to catch the CD DVD in a digipack, it's kind of cool to have it. Night Ranger, Don't Let Up, 2017 release on Frontiers label. CD DVD, I hate digipacks. Most collectors do. It's not worth a ton, but there's a price range on this. 5 new. Someone got a steal on that. Again, auction. Notice the lowest ones are on auction. Auction, $7.50. 11 bids on that, but they started at a penny. So now if we skip those, and if you were to actually try and resell this, you're looking at probably about $10. $14.95 free delivery, $11.99. And so, but this is going in the collection. And I've got one more, last one to show you, also by Night Ranger. It's somewhere in California. I believe is it 2-disc release? I don't think it is. No, single disc. I'll give you more detailed information on just a second as soon as I get to that screen. I did not show you the Night Ranger screen. Here it is. You can just kind of see the comps. Again, auctions. I wouldn't auction an individual CD off like that. But, and last but not least, somewhere in California. I don't know why I have it on this. Oh, I spell it wrong? I did. Hold on. Let's retweak that and check the 12 listed, $11, 19 free delivery, new, 11.66, 16, 18.85, 17.67. Again, $5. Got a steal on this. Again, I got great deals on these. No. I'm trying to check sold comps on this. This thing is being a huge pain in the ass. I want to look at the sold comps on this one. I'm just curious. Come on. I give up. See how it jumps? So damn annoying. Anyway, this disc is spotless. Perfectly clean. But again, glad to have this one in the collection. So yeah, I've got some pretty good stuff that's going to probably be going in the store. I'm actually probably about 40% of it's going in the store. But anyway, get off this thing here. This is annoying the crap out of me. It's like a huge lag right now. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Questions, comments, anything. Feel free to throw them in the chat. If you got anything on this video, please consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. Now, this is what I do on the CD Collector channel, so I'll go ahead and run through the spines real quick in case it's something you guys want to try and check out. You can get a rough idea. So if you're interested in checking out that channel, obviously the links are below. If you're already watching on that channel when you see this, then cool, appreciate it. Again, also, media picker channel for you resellers. But a lot of stuff's pretty good, collecting wise and also reselling. So I think I did pretty good here. Let me know your thoughts. And I will catch you guys all on the next one. Bye, everybody.